CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop. CHICKEN.
Guys, the Chickens here, bringing another Beach video. In today's video, guys, we ranked up. We got up to rank 18. We popped that chest, and we're gonna go over what we did to get here. Obviously, we fell back a little bit, but that doesn't matter. So, guys, make sure that you are using the code CHICKEN in the shop. We're giving away $100. I'm announcing it today, worth of instant training at the end of this month for for 4 lucky winners. $25 each, 100 total, worth of instant training. All you got to do is use the code CHICKEN in the shop when you buy something. Send me a screenshot of it on Twitter, Discord, Instagram. All the social links are down below. Yeah, so guys, let's get into the big stuff. Now, the biggest thing that I did today was getting to the Sky Shield, and I actually had a pretty big choice. So it was either Sky Shield or shock launchers. Now, shock launchers are very good. That's probably going to be my next thing. But there's also building damage. So there's all of this stuff after the 4th ER is really, really good. There's a base. If you get the building damage, you can do a clustered base. I'll try to find that for you. But for right now, let's talk about what we did on defense here, because that mattered a little bit more than the changes in offense we made today, which we'll also go over in a second. So here's the base. Here's the base. So this is what we want to do. So the engine rooms are in the same spot, but we have the Sky Shield protecting the last engine room. And what this does is it essentially forces the Seekers to drive into the shock mines. That's really all it is. And it's hard to throw critters and hit them there. You know, I may not have them in the greatest position, but you know, it works for right now. So yeah, I got the extra mortars. Obviously, we got those maxed out. We have them kind of centralized, so they're going to hit any critters, or they're going to be pounding on the Seekers the whole time. So it's basically the Sky Shield, the shock mines, and the general mine placement is kind of the biggest thing, and the flamethrowers. The flamethrowers are going to be huge too. And it's important to space out the flamethrowers. Try to put one at each engine room, so you're constantly getting that burning damage, because the flamethrowers do an extra burning damage over 5 seconds. So you want to make sure you're taking advantage of that. They're always being burned, so they're always taking damage. So yeah, aside from that, we went back and I got, this was huge. I got Troop Health. Now, I actually got very close to 18 without Troop Health, which I don't think there was a ton of people that were doing that. So make sure if you don't have Troop Health, just go back and get it now. It's cheap. It's 18 keys. But the most important thing about this season is to make sure that you're managing your tokens efficiently. I screwed up here. I shouldn't have maxed out the heavy chopper. I didn't need to do that. You know, rank 2 or 3 would have been fine. And then I could have poured those tokens, because I'm going to need to max out the shock launchers when I get them. We're going to want to max out the building damage and anything else that we want to go back and get. Maybe machine guns, but for right now, it's okay. And yeah, so let's go over some of these hits, guys. We went on a nice little win streak. This was, I believe, to get into 18. So let's go over one of the closer ones. So this guy had no Sky Shield, no shock launchers. He does have a top 500 trophy, but you'll see right here the attack's the same. So we're throwing the 2 Seekers out on the left, 2 or 3 depending on the layout. This guy didn't have a ton of stuff defending his engine room over here, so we were okay with 2 Seekers there. As soon as we throw down the 2 Seekers there, we throw 2 heavy choppers here, and we're flaring them over the mines towards the back. Now, I did mess around with this a little bit today, like flaring the heavy choppers kind of all back and forth. But you see on this base, there was a lot of mines I was kind of worried about, so instead of flaring the heavy choppers to the furthest away engine and then throwing critters down, I felt like I'd actually get a better time if I just let the Seekers do their thing and just simply use the heavy choppers just to clear mines. So you see right there, I'm just running them back and forth. You can actually do this with Sky Shields. I'll show you that in the next hit, and then we were able to finish it out there. So let's find another one here, preferably a Sky Shield base. This was just a weird base. This is the first time I've seen a layout like this. What worked really well was having the heavy choppers kind of crisscross and then go straight up to the top. I still got a really bad time on it. You saw it was under 3 minutes, but yeah, it was essentially right there. So let's try to find a normal Sky Shield base so it'll help you guys out a little bit more. 3-8. Did we show this one? I don't think so. He doesn't have a Sky Shield. Let's find one. Let's find one. Back. There we go. Okay. So you'll see right here, we'll do the same drop. I actually threw them out on the right side there because the engine room was a lot closer, so just saves wasting time. Sometimes it's closer to go off here, just depends where the engine room is. And then you see right there, I flared right directly over top of all those shock mines. just so as you'll see the heavy choppers start pooping out heavies. We want them to take large heavy dumps right on top of the shock mines, which they basically did. And then we're just flaring to move the heavies over the shock mines. And anything they don't hit, you know, I'll use a bucket of critters here or there. It does help out. So here's how I do it with the sky shields, guys. You see the heavy chopper there. I'll flare it right beside. I'll wait for him to dump out some heavies. Sorry for all the toilet references. I'll wait for him to throw out some heavies. And then you'll see what I'll do here is I'll actually flare him like as close as I can get to that other side of the sky shield. Now what that's going to do is you see these shock mines in the middle? He's going to drop heavies over top of those. So even though I can't physically flare to them or reach them or throw critters on them, what I can do is I did get lucky there. I think a secret or a critter popped one of the mines. What I can do is drive the heavy chopper right over top of it, and he's just going to throw up on all the mines for us anyways. And you see the seekers get through here no problems now that all those mines are cleared. So that's kind of what I've been doing to go against these bases, guys. I hope that does help you out. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe because we're going over all the season tips and tricks. And yeah, so as we're sitting right now, let's take a look at the tech tree. What do we got to do next? Now we have two options. Actually, I can get building damage next, but what I'm probably going to do is hold off and get the shock launchers, but we'll see. That'll probably be tomorrow's video, what we end up doing there. I'm going to wait tomorrow, I think, regardless to make that decision. But for now, guys, let's get into some live battles and see what we can get done. Yeah, so I was pretty happy to get up to 18 today. That meant I could get building damage tonight if we do choose to go that route. Or this morning, rather. Okay, so now we got a double shock base. We got a double shock base, and we have a sky shield as well. So this is gonna be a little bit interesting. So you see where his engine room is on the right. So I'm gonna delay drop one boat of seekers to hit the shock mine. Then we're gonna go 1, 2, and then I'm gonna go 2 boats of heavy choppers up this way. As soon as we drop those seekers on the right, we're dropping the heavy choppers. Now with shock launchers, you can do a couple things. What I find that works the best. A little bit late on the seekers there. What I find works the best is just to simply, you know, you try to distract them with the heavy choppers. That's really all you're doing. So you see, we'll probably lose one here in a sec. I'm going to keep them moving. But we just want heavies to stay up on the field. And I'm going to, whoops. I'm actually going to shock the shock launcher over there. And now we're going to do what I was talking about there, where we get the heavy chopper to go. If it pops right there, that's perfect. There we go. All right, now let's throw a shock down here. So we've already cleared most of those mines. I am going to hit a couple shock mines. So that's going to get a little bit messy, but we'll see what happens. Now I'm going to shock this shock launcher over here right before it pops. And now we just gotta hope the seekers can get in there real quick. Come on, seekers. Now I threw critters down in the middle in hopes of distracting the shock launcher one more time. It's going to be very, very, very close. Come on, boys, and boom. There it goes. So it's not easy. It's not an easy attack by any means. It really, you know, it depends on the layout, depends on what they got, but that was weird. I'm gonna see if this plays in the background because I want to see if I don't want the attack to go weird on us. I want to see what happens. I don't know if it's going to let us. It still says ongoing. Let's see what happens if we lost the attack or not. I hope we didn't lose it. They needed that one. Oh, it's still ongoing. Yes, there we go. So, cool. So that brings us to 78 out of 80. Let's do one more. Let's do one more before we wrap things up here, rather than go over the replay. But he got a really bad time against us. I actually did get a great time there. I think we were 252. But for what the base had, it was kind of tough. So, but that's the best way that I've been doing it so far. I'm pretty sure that's the way everyone's doing it at the moment. But yeah, if you're doing it another way, love to hear it. Let me know down below in the comments below. And yeah, all right. Now we just got to wait for the matchmaking. Here we go. A 17, that's good. Okay. So, now, let's look at this for a sec. This engine room, there's a shock mine on the right, a shock mine on the left. Yes, it's faster my seekers will get there faster from going from the right, but I'm going to hit 2 shock mines, right? So it's not really faster. All right, so let's go 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go 1, 2, nice and early with the heavy choppers. This guy does not have shock launchers, so in theory, it should be a little bit easier. We'll see what actually happens. Now, I did get the flares up to rank 3. I think that's a good goal for most of us. You know, they don't need to be max level, but and we're gonna do the same kind of like flare dance. So Let's go like this and like that. Because we're not crittering engine rooms anymore, right? So we're gonna go up like this and like that. And shock those flamethrowers. Those are doing some work to us. And I'm gonna shock these ones over here if we get it in time. Just got it, okay. We are gonna hit that shock one on the left. And I got no flares left, but I think it's okay. Now let's just time this over here. And we'll hit all that splash damage. That is beautiful. Seekers are going to go to work. I think we'll be able to get it above 3 minutes. Ooh, this one's going to be tight. This one is going to be close, but we did scout actually a lot longer on that one, I think. So we should be okay, but let's see what happens here. Ruya. And what do we got? Boom, there it is. So we got it by 3 seconds. That's going to put us back up over 18. And yeah, so we're holding out okay. Let's check the locals. I think we're doing all right. Almost top 10. We'll take that. But yeah, I hope that helps you out, guys. Make sure to let me know where you guys are at down below in the comment section. As always, thanks so much for watching. That is gonna wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative, and we'll see you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.